good morning, good afternoon and good evening. My name is Harry.
And my name is Sean.
And welcome back to Robottal Wars.
Last episode we saw yet another Orcs Wars legend crushed, an actual murder in our arena, and an incredible main event as the ramming speed of blunt force trauma met the clusterbot chaos of the Sin and the Sentence.
Absolutely, Sean. So far, our main events have been great battles of attrition, with Ozone versus Dead Nors in episode 1, and blunt force trauma versus the Sin and the Sentence in episode 2. Main events are a special feature in this show and allow exciting bots to really show their potential. Which is why this week we have a robot that looks like a bird versus yet another wild clusterbot team. We only give you the best content here on Robottal Wars.
Without a doubt, Harry. But before we go into tonight's card, here's a quick run through of the rules. 96 machines begin the competition, but only 48 can make it through. Bots can win via a KO victory or a judge's decision. However, 16 more robots can make it into round 2 with our special wildcard spots. Bots will be looking to impress our judges and put on one hell of a fight because even if you lose early on, you may still have another chance.
Thank you, Sean, and without further ado, here is tonight's fight card.
And to start us off, we've got Getting Even with its unique and immensely powerful spinner versus the unstoppable force Retina. And after that, the giant Thwackbot Jester takes on the unique axe of the Injector with the syringe, the mini-bot, Corrosive with its unique spinning weapon versus the powerful hammer of Iris, Bugbite the Grabber versus the hazard-inspired spinner Walloped, the evil villain then taking on the giant drum of Counterbreaker, Glacier with its long yet deadly spinner taking on Junkyard Crawler, then Death Valley brings its K9 Tube Blade into the inner workings of PCMRO2. Then Speed Demon with its flipping weapon taking on the Dustpan Axe of Harbinger, Wipeout with its powerful front hinge flipper taking on the giant battle axe of Kingslayer, then Dragoon Evolution with its Gothic axe will take on the pushing power of Sovereign, and in our main event, the angry Burb itself, Feisty Avian, will take on the chaotic clusterbot of Bot Patrol. Some great looking battles there, Harry, so let's quit the chatter and introduce our first machine.
Getting Even is everything Team Unorthodox isn't. Whilst Team Unorthodox have previously entertained us with the likes of Creepy the Bug-Eyed Monster and Bloomin' Onion, this bot is a 1,000 kilogram killing machine.
Armed with a deadly vertical spinning disc, this robot was made by Team Unorthodox to prove that his team shouldn't be taken lightly. In test footage, Getting Even decimated our test bot and is looking to end battles with the opponent's robotic innards sprawled all over the arena floor. And here we are, Retina with that anti-spinner wedge versus one of the biggest spinners, in my opinion, Getting Even. And as you can see, Retina's self-righting actually threw itself into the spinner of Getting Even. Some poor driving, in my opinion. Harry, what do you think of this encounter?
Well, Getting Even, someone I've been looking forward to, and look at the ramming speed here, Retina! Out of the arena already! Getting Even! What was that? Team Unorthodox with a fantastic machine here. They tell me it's more attack than defense. The armor is weak, but the weapon is very strong. And Retina just absolutely felt that here. My God, Sean, what was the power there?
I did not expect that. I felt Getting Even was winning the match, but then huge ram and it was all over before we even knew it.
Team I certainly didn't look before they leapt there, Sean. Retina over and out in quick fashion. Getting Even got this job done swiftly and effectively. A very impressive performance here from Team Unorthodox.
Poor Retina really didn't have a fun time here, Harry. An excellent showing here from Getting Even, however. You want to be impressing the judges early on, and Getting Even has certainly opened a few eyes already.
Big win there for Getting Even indeed, Sean. But Robot Combat is full of names. We've been lucky to have a number from Orcs Wars this season. Ursula, Dead Nors, Slapshot, Hell's Angel 2, the Tin Tuner 2, Dragoon Evolution. It's certainly an honour to have all these machines with us for our first exciting season. And moving on from there to our next match, where we see yet another Robottal Wars first in the form of Team Bepis's Sit and Spin Jester taking on the piercing axe of the Injector.
The unique axe of the Injector versus the Thwackbot Jester, and here we go! The Injector and its mini-bot to syringe going right after Jester. You can see though the Jester just throwing the syringe to the side, focusing on the Injector now. to try and take it out. A lovely hit though on the syringe, possibly unintentionally, but still a lot of damage done.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Jester, not the most easy to drive, I imagine, but all that matters is that they get that damage in. If they can take out the injector, they've got a buy into the next round here. And the syringe already in a lot of trouble. I was speaking to the team, and they said that the syringe was going to be very effective, get underneath robots, but coming up in a draw against Jester was always going to be trouble here. And now the injector, that long axe, doing some good work here. Whilst Jester is pinning the injector to the wall, Injector's axe getting round the side of it, and now getting some good hits here in on Jester. This is certainly making up to be a great fight so far, Sean.
If I had to pick an axe to fight Jester, it probably would be the injector, because Jester's size means that those extenders at the front, that frame at the front can just hold a robot back. But the injector, with that long arm, can reach round and hit no matter what. Now we're seeing the problems of that unique round body shape. The injector struggling a bit to self-right there, but back up and going right for it. Lovely work from the Jester though. Nice bits of damage throughout this fight, in my opinion. I think personally, they've currently got the advantage. Lovely clothesline there from the Jester. Amazing bit of work there.
Some real technique there. Jester, what do you think you are, a wrestler? A clothesline in this arena? Jester, look at that. Just spinning around using the injector's axe, using the shape of the injector to take it down. And now the injector in a lot of trouble, stuck up on the wall. Is this it? Jester, don't go back in there. Leave it to die. You're through. What are you doing? Jester, stay still. The injector now back on its wheels. That was not good control there from Jester. Bad tactics. They had the win in their pocket there. And now here we see the injector back in on the attack, using that long axe to get in on the chassis of Jester. Could this be Jester's undoing?
Jester trying to rub salt in the wounds, but that salt turned out to be soothing cream. Injector's back in this now, like you said. Poor decision by Jester, but that doesn't mean it's over for Jester just yet. They need to be able to hold off the injector like they did before. If they could do that, then they might still win this thing. Injector, however, is taking full advantage of its resurrection, swinging down, hitting the body repeatedly. You can see the dents in the body from the huge force. Not the most powerful axe in the world, but you can see it is no slouch there.
Oh, absolutely. The injector put on a really good showing here, but I do wonder if this goes to a judge's decision, which it looks like it may. Is the injector in trouble because it was technically immobile? Or do we look at this because Jester freed it? Was that just bad control? There's a lot to consider here as we go towards the final seconds of this fight. I don't know who's going to win this, Sean. The injector looking very strong here, but the syringe being taken out, and then Jester, lack of control, but getting in a lot of damage. I don't know who's going to win this one.
It's definitely hard to say. With the mini-bot going out right at the beginning, though, personally, I think I would go for Jester. You can see, though, great control there from the injector, but with those bits ripped off at the end, we're going to have to wait and see for the judges. Well, Harry, we have our first judge's decision of the episode. Jester did an excellent job at keeping the injector's axe away, and I'm sure we could both appreciate that magnificent clothesline Jester delivered.
Great stuff here, Sean. The injector got some good axe blows on the top of Jester's chassis as well, however, so this really isn't going to be the easiest decision for the judges.
A very even match here. However, the judges have made their decision, and based on aggression, they claim that whilst the injector got in the axe blows, neither bot was necessarily more controlled than the other, and therefore, due to the aggression dealt in the match, they have gone for Jester!
Congratulations to Team Peppers on yet another win here. What a great match, Sean. Do you reckon we could see the injector as a wildcard?
I think it's a likely one, Harry. With 16 wildcard spots available, there will be plenty of opportunities, and I think the injector has done enough here to warrant one of these valuable spots. You know, Harry, one thing I love about robot combat is how fun it can be at times. We've seen it over the last 2 episodes with wonderful fights like Cool Dad from the 80s versus Trickster and Bloodshot versus Sukabot. It just goes to show that not every build has to be truly competitive, and I really personally love that.
I have to say I agree with you, Sean. Whilst I love a bit of destruction, and we've seen plenty of that in Robottal Wars so far, this main event should be a lot of fun. I mean, it has cluster bots, so it's bound to be an experience.
Indeed, Harry, but we'll see more of Feisty Avian versus Bot Patrol later on in the show. For now, Team I are back with their intriguing modular machine Iris as they take on the dual vertical spinning discs of Team 6-4's Corrosive.
Modular weaponry from Iris being shown with the hammer modulation up against the vertical spinner of Team 6-4's Corrosive, and already Iris with a huge hit there from the hammer, taking out the weapon already of Corrosive. Look at that on the replay. What a hit by Iris. Corrosive in trouble now, but look at this, Sean. Just look at this.
Oh my god, the pushing power of Corrosive. I will say the weakness of the exposed motor was definitely a problem, but you can see the pushing power of Corrosive taking control. But is Iris stuck on the wall? It is! The counterbalance bits on the back to try and help with the hugely powerful hammer have actually been to its detriment, and it's been counted out!
What a huge shock here. Iris gone just like that after taking out the vertical spinner of Corrosive, looking very, very impressive in these early moments of the battle, and then getting straight under there with Corrosive, underneath Iris, balancing on the wall. Iris was done.
Humiliation in the arena tonight, Harry. Iris showing such promise in the opening moments of the fight, only to be left stranded on the side wall and counted out.
Well, Sean, it may not have been a clean victory, but it was a victory nonetheless. Team I must be absolutely gutted with this performance, but Corrosive with some fantastic tactics and control being displayed there. A big congratulations to Corrosive making it through to round 2.
Absolutely, but could that exposed E-Tech motor be to their detriment? We'll have to see, but until then, Corrosive through to the next round.
Next up on Robottal Wars, we showed this machine off last episode, and now here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Walloped, if you dare.
Wallop is all substance with little style. 4 wheels on a box chassis with one giant spinning horizontal bar of death on top. Wallop is certainly a machine to be feared.
Team Beppis claim inspirations were taken from the legendary Hazard, and they want to match Hazard's legacy, if not excel it. Could Wallop go all the way here? Over to the arena. You saw us advertising him last week. Here is Wallop's debut up against Bugbite from Team Orc. And my god, how cute does Bugbite look? Why is it in the arena with this killing machine, Sean?
I have no idea. Now, Bugbite has that grabbing mechanism reminiscent of robots like Tough as Nails. You can see that if it gets a hold of its opponent, it could take control, but Wallop, solo to the ground, is not affording Bugbite that opportunity. Right now, using that wedge to its advantage, but we can't ignore that spinning weapon at the top, because it can do an untold amount of damage, and a lovely, lovely round there from Wallop. Bugbite, I'm wondering, how the hell is it going to possibly do anything in this match?
I honestly have no clue, Sean, but what I do know is by talking to Team Beppis, they tell me that their big inspiration for this robot was Hazard of BattleBots fame. And honestly, if you're going to base your robot on any robot in history, isn't Hazard one of the most fitting robots that you could possibly make your robot off?
Oh, absolutely, but as you can see here, Bugbite actually getting a hold, using those pincers, using the spikes on the end to do damage. If it could take out one of the wheels, it could really inhibit Wallop's ability to move and allow getting around the wedge to be far easier. You can see they're not letting up on Wallop. Wallop could be in trouble here. Wallop a little bit stranded on top of Bugbite, but Bugbite now letting up, doing the gentlemanly thing, but that could be a huge mistake. You can see it's being ripped apart now by Wallop. Wallop taking that bit of gentlemanly nature and using it as a sign of weakness.
Poor old Bugbite here, but some poor driving, some poor decisions meant that after getting underneath Wallop with almost its 0 ground clearance, Bugbite should have stayed there and kept on top of it, but getting away there let Wallop get to spin up again and take over the whole fight. Bugbite being pushed around here, missing one claw now, looking very, very beaten up. And honestly, I've got to say, Wallop here looking like it could be a very strong contender in this season.
Absolutely. I feel so sorry for Bugbite. It had that one little moment of glory, and now it's sat on top of the chopping bar, getting slowly but surely damaged. And now trying to get away, nearly having a second shot at that previous moment of glory, but Wallop not going to let the bug do it at this point. My goodness, this is at this point, it's like when you have a bug on your windscreen and you get the wipers. This is horrible. This is pure slaughter on Walloped's part, and the fight is over.
Well, it goes to a judge's decision, Sean, but you must be blind if you think this is bug bites. Walloped here, an absolute force in this battle. The hazard-inspired machine really living up to its inspiration. Walloped decimating the bug here like a fly swatter to a fly. This machine absolutely killed the Team Orc machine, and I can't help but feel a little bit sorry for Bug Bite here. Fantastic performance by Walloped, an absolute force, and one that I think could go very deep in this tournament.
Walloped looking impressive here in its debut match. Bugbite limps to the end to make this match a judge's decision. Certainly not the result Walloped was hoping for, but still a great performance by Walloped nonetheless.
Absolutely. Kudos to Bugbite for surviving the full 3 minutes, but this one really is a no-brainer to me, Sean. Based on the huge amounts of damage, plus the continuous control and aggression from Team Beppis, they've splattered the bug, and they've moved on to round 2. It's Walloped.
The streak begins. Bugbite is the first of many. A big congratulations to Walloped. I can't wait to see what victim is next for that terrifying horizontal spinning bar.
The pits are surely fearing Walloped after their performance. A strong first win here for Team Beppis' Walloped. But moving on, so far in this season of Robottal Wars, we have seen 20 machines move on to round 2 in some brilliant matches. However, we will never have time to show all of them, so here are a few more machines that have made it through to round 2. In the battle of the Evil Villain versus Counterbreaker, the fight was really over before it even began. Counterbreaker going straight out. Good driving there from Counterbreaker. He lied. The Evil Villain was certainly through. Despite being feared in the pits, Glacier really could not get up to speed here against Junkyard Crawler, and the Team Orc machine getting some good damage in on Glacier. Despite taking out a few parts of Junkyard Crawler, Glacier just did not look good here. Junkyard Crawler through.
And here we had Harbinger with the axe versus the flipper of Speed Demon. Speed Demon, not the most powerful flipper by any means, but the ability to turn them over is more than enough most of the time. A few nice swings there from Harbinger, but at the end, Speed Demon getting the flip. Harbinger unable to self-right, Speed Demon getting away.
Another Orcs Wars robot here, PCMR02, immediately felt the wrath of Death Valley, and despite a small little saw blade, that thing did a lot of damage to PCMR02. Getting PCMR02 turned over straight away, and despite some good flips here from PCMR02, it really was all over once that disc got underneath PCMR02, and here was the killing blow, Death Valley through.
A big congratulations to the Evil Villain, Junkyard Crawler, Speed Demon, and Death Valley for these victories here. We hope to see more of them in round 2. Until then though, we've already seen the high-flying antics of Slapshot, Red Eye, and Splatula, and here's another to add to that list. Meet Wipeout.
Wipeout is a front hinge flipper and is certainly not one to be glossed over. This machine packs one hell of a throw, and Team Dominus claim it can win fights in only a matter of seconds.
Wipeout is looking to make light work of its opponents. The machine is able to tackle longer matches, and with the driving and flipping power in their favour, Wipeout is looking to be holding the record for the quickest fight in Robottal Wars. And here we are with the powerful front hinge flipper of Wipeout versus the huge axe of Kingslayer. Wipeout with a great early flip here. Harry, what do you think are the chances of either Wipeout or Kingslayer?
Honestly, Kingslayer with that axe is certainly looking interesting. The Dustpan Scoop, a very effective piece of build, but just look at Wipeout's flip yet. Oh my god! Before the fight even began, it's done! Kingslayer out of the arena. Wipeout, what a showing from a front hinge flipper here. Look at the power of that shot.
Kingslayer got one hit in, but Wipeout was not willing to let it get in anymore, taking full control of the fight. Wipeout onto the next round.
Blink and you'll miss it. Poor Kingslayer showed a lot of promise, but Wipeout didn't give it any room to even try. Wipeout with the mighty front hinge flipper getting a very quick out of the arena there over Kingslayer.
We've seen some great flippers so far this season, and bots like Wipeout show that there's always more to come. A fantastic performance here for Wipeout. Commiserations to Kingslayer, but perhaps a wildcard could be possible for them. We'll have to just wait and see. We're almost ready for our main event as Bot Patrol takes on Feisty Avian. But first, another Orcs Wars veteran joins us as Dragoon Evolution takes on the Team 6-4 rammer, Sovereign.
And making its way from Orcs Wars Series 1, where it was a semi-finalist, comes Dragoon Evolution, already being slammed into the corner there by Team 6-4's Sovereign here. Sovereign, two different modulations here. We've got the Flamer, we've got the Rammer. Here, I can't even tell which one's which sometimes because these both ram pretty damn effectively. Look at the power here of Sovereign. Dragoon Evolution turning up here and just getting destroyed already by Sovereign. Sean, what do you think of this?
Well, you see, Dragoon Evolution has that big powerful axe with the geared beater motor, and you can see a big ram there from Sovereign into the wall, and you can see, but the thing is, Dragoon Evolution might be able to dish a lot of punishment, but as we can see, Sovereign able to take it and then some, really just not giving Dragoon Evolution a lot to do except attack that especially well armoured bit at the top. And oh my goodness, another big ram into the wall. What can Dragoon Evolution do at this point?
Well, some good driving here by Sovereign to keep the axe away from the top of it. Because as you say, Sean, as long as Dragoon Evolution can get that axe onto Sovereign, it counts as damage. And that's what Sovereign does not want right now. A good showing here, but enough hits could immobilize Sovereign. But here, keeping Dragoon Evolution on its back, keeping the axe well away from it. This is some great driving here by Sovereign, just to show you really don't need a weapon to be a dominating force.
Yes, and on top of that, stopping Dragoon Evolution from self-righting. As long as they do that, Dragoon Evolution cannot get a single control point really, because at this point it has to solely focus on self-righting like it did just there, but it's too little too late by the looks of it. The match is over.
Well, I've got to say, it's gone to a judge's decision, but I mean, what did Dragoon Evolution really do here? We see a few axe hits here early on, but the wide majority of the battle was Sovereign ramming Dragoon Evolution to the wall, keeping it on its back. Sovereign here just looks so strong for me.
Dragoon Evolution bashed and bullied by the wrath of Sovereign. However, those axe blows have to be taken into consideration as well. Harry, do we have a judge's decision for that fight?
Indeed we do, Sean. Sovereign looks strong here, but the axe hits from Dragoon Evolution certainly do complicate this decision. However, the judges say that whilst damage was certainly a factor, aggression and control was very much on Sovereign's side, with Dragoon Evolution spending a wide majority of the battle overturned. Therefore, they have gone for Sovereign!
It was a no-brainer really, but congratulations Sovereign and Team 6-4. But enough delaying, it's time for tonight's main event.
Indeed, Sean, here we are. It's main event time here on Robottal Wars, and I can hardly wait. The flaming birdbeak of Team Snappy Robots, Feisty Avian, against the clusterbot madness of Bot Patrol from Team Fellowship. This should be a lot of fun.
And here we are with our main event, and Harry, I've been waiting for this all night. It's Feisty Avian versus Bot Patrol. Bot Patrol, the clusterbot with the combination flipper and spinner, and not the most powerful robots by any means, but so chaotic, so controlled together, they can do a lot. Feisty Avian, however, with the combination axe and flamethrower. Harry, how do you think this is going to go?
Well, I honestly have no clue, Sean, whatsoever. What a crazy main event. Craig from Team Snappy Robots was saying to me that he believes that there should be more robots that are fun and capture the essence and the creativity of robot combat. And here we're seeing two robots just like that. A great maneuver there from the Bot Patrol flipper, the spinner flying into Feisty Avian just like that. I don't think that was intentional, but my god, did that work out well for them.
The chaotic nature of Bot Patrol paying dividends there. You can see Feisty Avian trying its hardest, but it really can't keep up with this bizarre and constant onslaught. You see there being flipped and the spinner coming in to catch Feisty Avian. Feisty Avian, I can't imagine what the driver must be thinking of this non-traditional assault. Now it's attacking its own partner and it's on its side.
Well, it's certainly bird season here as the Bot Patrol Flipper has Feisty Avian by the neck, by the scruff of its neck, and now smoking, thrown in the air by the Bot Patrol Spinner. Good cop, bad cop routine here. Quite honestly, I've never seen this happen on the bill, Sean.
You have to forgive Harry, the viewers, you have to forgive Harry and us. We've both just so overwhelmed by the absolute display we've been bared witness to here. Bot Patrol just not relenting. Feisty Avian at this point is just a poor victim. But you can see now the head is down. It's running out of power by the looks of it. You can see here the flip. The head just kind of a victim of gravity at this point. I think Feisty Avian might be, or at least is getting close to death at this point. Bot Patrol might have this.
But now the Bot Patrol Spinner coming back in on the flipper. And he's killed it! The Bot Patrol Spinner mutiny on the flipper there. Oh my goodness. What a main event this is. Honestly, we think main events can sometimes be really good battles, but sometimes something just completely stupid can also make a main event. And right now, we are seeing it. Feisty Avian, no chance. The Bot Patrol Flipper, you thought he was going to make it through, but Sean, that spinner had other ideas.
How do you come up with a tactic for a cluster bot as chaotic as Bot Patrol? You could see here that no matter what Feisty Avian tried to do, no matter how it tried to approach things, something new was happening every single second. Bot Patrol coming in with new strategies again and again and again, each more weird than the last, and yet they were always so effective. And you can see here Feisty Avian at that point just giving up, just saying, please just put an end to this. I'm done resisting arrest, and I'm about to go into cardiac arrest from this amazing fight.
I can't breathe, and I think that's a perfect way to end Robottal episode 3. What a showing by these two machines.
What on earth was that? What a ridiculous main event to finish this episode of Robottal Wars. Feisty Avian slaughtered by Bot Patrol, but mutiny among the Team Fellowship build as well. What was that, Harry?
Honestly, I haven't got a clue, Sean. I haven't got a single clue. I'm honestly struggling to breathe after all that chaotic nonsense. Bot Patrol turning on itself in the second half of that match. The spinner had a mind of its own and decided to make this a triple threat match, Sean.
Bot Patrol through to round 2 and in quite possibly the best match of the season so far. A huge thank you to Team Fellowship and to Team Snappy Robots for that spectacular performance. Mwah. What a way to end the episode.
Well guys, tonight we saw even more machines make it into round 2. Some huge upsets and some hearty laughs as well. We saw clotheslines, squashes, triple threat matches and heel turns. Honestly don't know whether this is an episode of robot combat or wrestling.
Absolutely, Harry. What a crazy episode, and we hope you all enjoyed it just as much as we did. Make sure to let us know what you thought of the episode down in the comments below, and if you haven't already, please give the video a like, give Good Robottal a subscribe, and share about Robottal Wars so we can give you more matches like tonight's main event.
Be sure to tune in next time when we have Orcs Wars legends Koros, Mastodon and Siren join us, plus a control robot that is modelled off Lil Pump. Good heavens. But until next time, I've been Harry.
And I've been Sean.
And that was Carnage. That was Mayhem. That was Robottal Wars. Thank you, and goodbye.